I believe so. It's upon the president, but I believe he means business.
Okay, Wellington, add your voice, because there are those who are skeptical about dialogue as a way of managing this crisis. They'll ask, number one, because we well know if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. So who exactly will the government be talking to as the face of the Gen Z that is tribeless, faceless, leaderless? You get me?
Yes.
And then number two, equally, let's talk about this dialogue, because previously we've seen the NADCO report. Very few fruits of that report are actually in public right now.
Yes.
As it is, IEBC is not yet sorted, yet that was one of the main issues being sorted in the NADCO report. For those who are skeptical about dialogue, what do you have to tell them? Is it truly the way to go? Are they being managed?
Great. Before I respond about dialogue,
Sure.
And the engagement, and then I want to give, to contribute a little bit to what my friend here, Honorable Kiroga, has said about evidence for corruption and everything. I want to state to you a little bit that I've been a police officer at some stage, and I want to inform you that there is always a way of getting around with everything. The way we are structured and our system gives us space to always manipulate everything that we do.
The criminal justice system.
Not only the criminal justice system, even if you want to do things perfectly, there is a lot of practice that is not good that is happening in the government, in the private sector. People are so smart in such a manner that they have the power and the knowledge to manipulate every process. Not unless we come up with very ruthless and, approaches to dealing with corruption, we will not manage.
Okay.
Everyone in Kenya, including you and everyone else, is corrupt. We even corrupt time, we corrupt everything in our country. Everyone is corrupt in this country. So dealing with it is not going to be an easy joke. It just needs a ruthless president, just the way you saw Magufuli handling Tanzania. Somehow, they got somewhere. But with the way we are handling, with a lot of decency, trying to handle every corrupt person, saying, oh, you must bring evidence, you must do this, it goes to court, it's being taken, if people manipulate around, we will not manage.
But it has to be within the law.
I know. Exactly. It has to be within the law. That's what I'm saying, not unless we come with very ruthless structures and laws to actually address this issue. It's going to eat us for a long time.
All right.
However, you've asked me about engagement. It is good to engage. It's very important to engage. The young people of this country want to be heard. We must engage them. But then at what stage? The timing, must be very critical. For you to be able to succeed in everything, you must actually properly address issues at the right time. You don't wait until things go way, then you start a knee-jerk reaction that, okay, they want us to talk, then you jump, you want to talk to them. No, then you wait, oh, disaster, then you want to talk about it. That's not how to do things. Okay. We need to be always prepared that if things go this way, we must have this solution. That if this happens this way, this and this is going to happen. So, which means there are so many people sleeping on their jobs in these departments. Because you see, we have departments that inform the presidency, the executive, inform the judiciary. We have every department with their informers. And then we have departments, every department has what we call the actors, who are supposed always to prepare responses on every issue. Now that this has happened, where did we sleep? Now, I want to talk about the engagement process.
Yes.
The youth have come out. The Gen Zs, the millennials, you saw that demonstration. It was not only Gen Zs. Everyone came outside there. And I want to warn the nation, not only us who are here, I want to warn the nation and even the president that we are taking this thing lightly. But if we are not careful, it will explode. There is dissatisfaction in every department, including the military, the police. Everything that happened tells you a lot. If you don't see very far, then very soon there will be a very serious explosion in this country. We may say that we want to talk to the Gen Zs. They have come out faceless, tribeless, partyless. How are you going to address them? Now you're telling the religious leaders, the professionals, to identify individuals to come on board for a conversation. How about if now they go back again and deny those people who are coming in the front for a conversation? Then you come on the table, sit with these people. Once you come up with resolutions, the rest of the country that is dissatisfied, the millions, disown them, and then move on.
Yes.
Then it explodes.
Point
What's
of
next?
information.
Briefly.
Yeah, point of information, because you know, even in the assemblies we have that moment, the members request for a point of information, because we are in this assembly. Two things.
Okay.
Number one, our brother here cannot speak for the military, cannot speak for the police.
Yes.
They have their spokespersons. I don't know where and how he gauged they are dissatisfied. If they are, they have their own channels. Let's leave the discipline forces out of this discussion, because you know those are the tenets, some of the strongest tenets that hold this country together. Number two, you know, my brother seems to be too much imagining things. You know what the committee is doing? It's not being formed to come up with the suggestions for the whole of the country. It is because, for example, let me finish. When you bring in the religious leaders, say the Catholics, the Anglicans, the independent, you know, they have a lot of followers. Those people, like the youth and others, you see, it is multi-sectoral forum. They are representing people. What they do is just that they are coordinating the talks so that all those people they lead, all the Kenyans can have a chance of putting in, you know, their input. And you have had, even Kenyans have been requested, even the Gen Zs and everyone who has some input, to record themselves, to write memorandums. Just like we have had commissions before, they have not made decisions for us. They have brought us together. You see the way even Wakili is looking at me, he's agreeing. I thank you.
I'm not agreeing. We need to take a break, gentlemen. We need to...
I'm willing to respond.
Okay, the bills need to be paid, gentlemen and lady. So allow us to take a short break. As we come back, we'll dot the I's and cross the T's on the issues that have been raised so far, even as we look into other issues that arose in terms of deaths, abductions, cases of vandalism and police excesses, equally the KDF deployment in the capital and other parts of the country. You're watching Inside Politics. Stay with us.